Hello and welcome, Namaste, to the Planetary Energetics Update for August 2025. We made it. At the moment, these energies are just gaining in their acceleration and frequency, and this is causing a great deal of change taking place in the world, and this is happening at a very fast moving pace. And because of this, I've had feedback from many of my clients and some friends, and that it is causing feelings of uncertainty, of people feeling unsettled. And this, in my mind, just calls for a greater and stronger connection to harmonise with our hearts, because we know it's within our hearts that source energy lies. This seed of light, this flame of light that I like to say, when we engage with it and we build on it, it can grow from that little spark into that roaring flame to light us up and to awaken us to that divine guidance, that divine tranquility that we can then embody into ourselves and into our daily lives. And when we do this, as we engage more and invite more often the energy of our soul in, even our oversoul, they can then go hand in glove by mirroring, if you like, heaven on earth. So our higher self being the aspects of, we would say, of heaven, and the earth being our humanity. And as I say, as we practice that and intend that and invite those energies in, on a daily basis, I do that at least 2, 3, 4 times a day. In fact, sometimes I like to remind myself that of the divine within me. But say I'm standing in line at a supermarket or I'm waiting for something at the gym, I just remind myself the divine is in this person and that person as well. And it's lovely how you're kind of engaging them with that other person in a really easy and friendly way. It's so nice because that energy goes out and connects us together. So think about that. Think about also reminding yourself to not fall prey to these voices that stir up that anxiety, that stir up that fear or that feeling of wanting you to feel unsafe, and making you think that we have to look outside for the answers, that we have to look outside for the solution and the guidance. And no, as we know, as these divine sovereign beings of light, and I have been thinking a lot about the last podcast about surrendering to our supreme sovereignty. It just really does instigate and inspire those higher frequencies from within us to radiate out. But do not let these outside influences and all these events, I know that a lot of them are very destructive, are very disheartening, are very upsetting. But if we engage with that, remember that we're helping that energy to expand. We're expanding that fearfulness. Even if we get, if we get angry, we're adding that unsavory energy at times into the mix. And remember that chaos brings clearing. Chaos brings clearing. Hold on to that thought, because trust in the divine plan. For these outdated, really negative old systems to be broken down, there had to be this kind of chaotic energy to stir things up. And remember, this is a necessary aspect of this further evolvement to liberate humanity. And as we take some time each day to think of the positives, to connect to the divine within, it really helps us feel a greater feeling of peace and tranquility, and also to cultivate those feelings of trust that are always there in our higher frequency. Now, another thing that has been happening, because of this quickening of energy, it's raising up and aligning us to our higher aspects of ourselves higher aspects of these vibrational frequencies, it's giving us a more direct link to our soul, to our spirit, to that greater consciousness. So Paul and myself and others that we've spoken to are seeing more often these kind of glimpses into other worlds, these glimpses into other realities. And as we can bring that kind of glimpse of those better feelings and those better visions into our own world, then that helps us again to have this knowing that things are okay, that things will be okay. And we've said for a long time, you know, these old certain, should we say, corporations that want to govern over us have been fighting back, but the battle is already won. I know the Federation of Light, my team have told us that many times. The light has already won. We're just raising our frequency up to match that higher level of energy, of vibrational energy, and then we'll be living more and more and more in that beautiful, wonderful world that awaits us. So when you have these glimpses, they can also manifest as kind of, did I really see that? Or things that don't seem real or to really fit in logically to what the 3D world is that we're used to. And this is because, as I say, we're having that higher frequency of connection, that higher frequency, so we're able to see beyond this kind of denser energy in this world to the higher frequencies of what is awaiting us. Other things that this energy can bring into play is, and I've experienced this, is it can kind of bring in an excess of energy. So I know the other day we were with our meditation group and somebody asked me a question and I was just so excited about what I was telling them, and they were quite took aback. It's just like, she took something, and I laughed. I said, no, I've just got all this energy, and that's what's happening. It can give us an excess of energy, but it can also give us that deeper sense of knowing, that deeper sense of serenity and of peacefulness, and just knowing that as this circus continues to work out, we are heading towards a greater alignment in living in unity and togetherness and joy. So we need these little reminders at times. Also, the other thing is, still can be happening. You may feel very tired at times, you know, and the greatest thing is, I've been doing more and more of this, is really listen to your body, because your body holds that innate divine intelligence within it. So the more we can listen and kind of go beyond the lower mind and into that higher energy of our heart, of our soul, again, the more peaceful we will feel. So be aware of that, seeing these glimpses into other worlds, into realities, and know that your frequency is being aligned to that higher aspect of yourself with that direct link to the divine. So, and also, before I call my team in, these feelings and visions and feelings can be more than just visual. You may feel them emotionally, you may feel sudden spurts of real joy, real happiness. You may feel that vibrationally and also energetically. So just be aware of that, because of the outpouring of all these group meditations and this light and this higher energy, it is causing this shift in consciousness for so many of us. So I would say, take that time to just embrace that and enjoy it. So I'm going to call the Federation in, or my team. I'm never quite sure who it's going to be, because I know that they're quite keen to share their wisdom with us. So I'll invite them in. Greetings, beloved ones. We want to express how overjoyed we are at what is taking place. But first we want to address that we know that there has been so much accelerated energy causing these changes in your world that are happening very fast. And it's almost like you feel you've been spun round and not quite sure where you are, or not quite sure what is going to take place next. And as our dear sister said, connect more deeply, harmonize with that heart energy. Remember that heart energy is a portal, a gateway to all of existence. For you are all part of that oneness. You are all part of that divine consciousness. And as you take that time to really begin to understand your true nature, you are going to have insights that many would say are mind-blowing. Because as you now release so much of what has held you in those chains for so many generations, now as that is all falling away, your true light, the depth that you hold within of truth, of your limitless divine goodness, is coming more to the fore. We are such a great part of you that you are going to become to understand further as you evolve, dear souls. The parts of you that have been suppressed are awakening like never before. And this for us is so exciting. And we want you to feel that excitement as it rises up within you. For many of you, as again our dear sister said, are beginning to have a much stronger, more direct contact, not only with your soul, but your oversouls, that greater part of divinity that you have been living for, to bring forth so much of that wisdom, of that intelligence that resides deep within you, so you can create from that part of you that is fully divine. And we'd like to remind you, dear ones, that to create truly what you desire, it must come from that part of you that is your supreme sovereign self. For if you try to create out of force or out of feelings and beliefs of limitation or the ego, you will find that the outcome is not as, shall we say, magnificent as it will be when you are co-creating, trusting and believing in your own divine magnificence. There are many that are now bringing online, shall we say, aspects of themselves for greater healing, for greater inspiration in the technologies that are becoming available to you. And this is going to expand further in the years ahead. But the more you allow yourselves to live from that loving vibration that you are, the quicker, and this is why there has been this quickening, because you are all now, many of you, focusing what is important for you. You're moving away from the fear-driven media and other aspects in that world that have controlled. But let us confirm again to you, the darker sides are no longer in control. They know this and we know this. And in your hearts, you know this. So continue on your paths of dedication to the light that you are, spreading that kindness and that joy and that compassion wherever you take yourselves, wherever you find yourselves to be. For as you continue to look for the divine in all around you, you are a powerful part in raising that frequency to even higher levels. And as that level of frequency raises, this greater awakening for the masses is becoming the greater part of your world. In fact, dear ones, we would say it is already a greater part of your world. It's just that others that have lost control are trying to turn up that volume. But tune that frequency out. Continue to tune into your frequency of positivity, of uniting first with your own heart and then uniting through the hearts and the higher states of being with others. This trajectory is collecting and gaining so much pace now. So make those times to have your quiet, still time so you can really ground that energy in. We have said this to you in previously, but we wish to remind you, because that is your real go-to, that place of quietness, of joy, of creativity, of laughter, of sharing that heart-opening energy with yourself and others, is creating a world beyond what you can ever imagine in your highest imagination at this time. There are so many now that have turned a corner, that realising that so much of what you have been, shall we say, fed is not truth. Anything that disallows you from expressing your true joy, from expressing your truth, from expressing your passion, you know is not of the light. Eventually, it will take generations, but all will come into the light. And we remind you, do not judge others if they are not awakened. For everybody has their own pace. Everybody has their own soul's blueprint. Everybody. So show compassion. Just listen if you need to. You don't always have to express what you know. Remember never to come from the ego. Do your best, dear ones, to always come from that compassionate heart, from that understanding. And by putting yourselves in others' positions, by really tuning in to what they're thinking and feeling, you will just hold that beautiful space for them to become all they can be. For whenever we criticise, whenever you judge, it diminishes a little bit of their light. So allow everyone to be who they are. Focus on being the absolute highest potentiality of your limitless, eternal, infinite self. And see how that continues to change your world, to change your thoughts, to change your belief systems in this continued letting go, this cleansing that has taken place for so long and is now coming in to the purest essence of your divine selves. So we are here also to remind you that you are all part of the One. Everything and everyone is connected. Everything. So if your vibration is out or feels out, take yourself into your heart, into that stillness. Cultivate a greater sense of openness to understanding on that deeper level, and you will achieve that. Continue setting those intentions to fill your day with that light of the truth of your sovereign supreme beingness, and watch and enjoy all the interactions and the way everything just syncs up into a beautiful way. Let go of the old. It's easier now because the frequencies you are living in are easier, shall we say, to swim in, to navigate. So sing to your heart's content. Shine your light to your heart's content. Be the beautiful beings that you are, and reminding yourselves to give that joy and that gratitude to others when you feel it is necessary. Know that there are leagues and leagues of benevolent beings, angelic beings, celestial beings, guardians of this planet, here for you in every moment. So if you have a moment where you feel doubtful, if you have a moment where you feel down or despondent, call on us. Listen to some beautiful vibrational music. Be around people that inspire you and that lift you up. Tell your jokes, have your fun, and know that this world is moving into a great new era of being. Listen to yourselves. Continue on the path of sharing your love and your joy and your understanding, for there is great growth taking place with each and every one of you. We know, for we see it. For as we say, we are part of you and you are part of us. Keep your vibration high. Love every part of you. Forgive if you need to, but let that expansion and your evolution continue to take you higher. All your ancestors are here. The many animals that have shared your life and your world are here. Mother Nature feels your love and connects with you in every moment. You cannot separate yourself from Mother Gaia, from one another. And if somebody causes you to feel that separation, maybe they're going through a bad time. For when we are aligned with our true selves, when you are aligned with your true selves, you only speak and express love. The separation momentarily, then things may have been said that were not always nourishing or nurturing. So forgive, let go, and feel your energies continuing to rise in this sea of consciousness where every one of you is loved, every one of you matters. We love you, your ancestors love you, great divine creator loves you, for in truth you are the divine. All fractals, all aspects of the divine. So share your gifts, share your understanding, share your love, share your laughter, and enjoy this great unfolding. Send light where there is suffering, send love and blessings where you see darkness or unsavory acts taking place. Don't get drawn in. Know that there is more light needed. In this way, That evolvement will continue in the most beautiful way for you all. Feel our love. Take our love. Inamasha ana omosunu kana ashamanaya mana ukanaya mayasa omnaki omnaki omnaki. Deep love and blessings. May you feel our love pouring down on you and know you are doing an amazingly wonderful job with your thoughts, with your releases, with your joy. Goodbye for now, dear ones. Wow, that felt quite deep today. But I could just feel this moving energy as though it was lighting up every cell of my being as they were conveying those energies to me through those vibrations. So feel my love as well. Remember, if any doubt comes into your pathway, go within, merge with that serenity, beyond the questioning. If we keep thinking, when is this going to happen? When are we going to have this massive solar flare? When are we going to be saved? No, we are creating that. Let go of when and how and align to that vibrational existence within your heart that is your true self. You will then feel that serenity and have that knowing and just fully get on with living your life, creating all the beauty, all the abundance, all that love, all that compassion and unity that your soul is desiring for you and as I desire for you. So let that divine spark grow into that roaring flame. Light up yourself, light up the world, and I will see you very soon. Namaste. If you have a favourite way you like to dedicate your day or set your intentions, or a favourite way you find that stillness and that connection, leave it down in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and share this video with anyone that you feel will benefit from it. I love you. Take care. Keep shining your beautiful light. Mwah. Namaste.